Hey guys, welcome to Msqtstyle Southern Comfort Cooking, and today I will be cooking up some chili. I just have a taste for it. It's been kind of cool in Cali, so I'm going to cook chili. And so here is my ingredients. I have ground beef. I have shallots or green onion, if you will. I have regular onion. I have a little bit of bell pepper. I did not take my celery out, but I do have celery. And I have this hot chili mix, seasoning mix. This is just all my normal black pepper, accent, season all onion powder that I'm going to use. I have Ortega fire roasted diced green chilies. I also have diced tomatoes, basil, garlic, and oregano. I just want to give it like a different taste. I have chili powder. I also have Hunt's tomato paste. And I have this, I didn't buy any tomato sauce in a can because I already had this one, so I'm going to use a little of that. And hot jalapeno peppers. And I have two different type of beans. It's chili hot beans. And then I have pinto beans. Okay, and I'm going to be using this pot. Hopefully, if it's too small, then I will add it to a big pot. Stay tuned for Msqtstyle's Southern Comfort Cooking Chili with a Twist. Guys, so I have a skillet that I'm going to put just a cap full of oil, not even a cap full, actually, to caramelize my onions and my shallots that I've already chopped up. I did not chop up that bell pepper because I had been in the refrigerator and I wasn't feeling the consistency of it. So I'm putting just shallot and onions in this pot, skillet, to caramelize it, just to soften up a bit, okay? And while that's doing its thing, I already have this pot, and I only have a little bit of water in it. Yes, water, not grease, water in it, that I am putting my ground beef down in and like breaking it apart as I'm putting it in the pot. And I see that there's a lot of fat in here. Not a lot, but I'm going to have to pour off some excess grease. I try to get the lean meat now, but some of them is just totally impossible. So once this browns and the vegetables, because I believe that's what you call onion and stuff like that. Okay, it's time for me to go switch my clothes. That's why I got that on. So I'm going to break this up and let it get to browning a little bit, as well as the onions and stuff. And then I will come back to show you guys how it's looking. But before I do that, I was about to forget, I'm adding accent. I just kind of like eyeball the different flavors. I build my flavor. I have black pepper, and I'm going to taste it in a little while once it is cooked. I have garlic powder. So that's how I do mine. I just build my flavor. And you can kind of put whatever you want. I have season all. You can put whatever flavor you want, just as long as you get some type of chili powder. I'm also adding Italian seasoning. I just, like I said, want to add a different taste. And I have my Mrs. Dash. So again, I'm going to let that cook down, and I'll be back to show you guys how I put it all together. Guys, so the onions and the shallots have caramelized, and I'm about to add them to the meat. But first, I want to drain it on camera so you guys can see that I did drain it. This is the drainer, and I'm putting it in my sink right now. Still, I'm not bringing the camera to my sink to show all of that. But see, there's a little water in it, and I'm about to pour this off. So bear with me until I come back over there. The meat is drained, okay? It's drained. So I'm adding it back into the pot. Okay, so let me get my spoon here. So that's how the meat looks, right? I may have to switch that into my big pot, but let's see for right now. You know what, you guys? I think I am going to add this to my big pot. So let me rinse it off. I am adding the onions and the shallot to the mixture. And I'll show you guys before I start mixing it how it looks. But of course, this pot is deep and I don't want to keep picking up this camera. I'm going to add tomato paste. the whole can because it's really not nothing big. It's not a big can at all. And it don't need to be. I'm adding the diced green peppers, green chilies. The whole can, yes I am. And I'm only stirring it around so it don't stick for right now. And I am putting the diced tomatoes in with the water on it because I have no water in it right now and I want to start a gravy, right? And each ingredient I put in, I stir it up a little bit. The reason I put it in this pot, I'm going to show you to you again, is because of when I add the beans, it's going to get to be a lot in there. So that's why I added that. Okay, now I am adding some jalapeno peppers, again with the juice. This is going to add the kick, and yes, I'm using my hand because my hand is clean and I'm the one got to eat it, so. Y'all see how I look a mess? But I'm about to do a video, makeup and a haul video, so it'll be all good in a little while. Alright, so now I'm adding the pinto beans with the Frajejo pintos, and I left adding a little water on it to it to see if I want to add that other can of beans. And yes, I do, because I need a little bit more in there. Now this can of beans is a different can of beans. It's chili hot beans actually. So I'm adding that. It's like a kidney bean, and I think that's gonna be enough. Okay, so now, and see, this is giving it flavor too. So if you notice I didn't add any red pepper, let me see if I can lift this where you guys can see how it's looking. Nah, it's better. I'm gonna turn the camera to it, but that's adding all the flavor, all that hot stuff. That's where the kick is coming from. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of tomato sauce, and I did like Rachel Ray, and I eyeballed it a little bit more. And I just tasted it. I'm gonna add some more of this jalapeno juice and add more jalapenos to it. And me, again, water. I like and add to it. And let it start cooking down. And as I said, you can, you know, taste it to see how far you want, how much, oh, hold up you guys, I'm totally forgetting, off camera. I was about to do that. I was going to add the chili powder, and this give it, of course, the chili taste. And I also have that other packet of chili over here, chili packet. So I'm not adding this whole packet because it's already kind of seasoned. I'm going to go ahead and just do about half of that, and then I'll have some left for when I want to do it the next time. And a little more water just to get that, you know, mixed around and going. I was about to forget the chili. I was going to forget just to record it, but I would have remembered off camera. But I'm glad I looked over there and saw that I had not added the chili. So I'm going to click this camera off and turn it around and down so y'all can see how this chili is percolating. You guys, so it is percolating. I just, as you see, the smoke is there. I just stirred it around, and so it's cooking down, and as you can see, it's not like a really soupy gravy, and it's not too thick. It's in between, and that's how I like my gravy. And there's the jalapenos. So I'm going to cook it down, and then I'll show you guys how I plate it up. So it's not really even a half a pot in this big pot, but I know that it would have been too full for that other pot. But so far, this is how it's looking. Okay, so you guys, it's done. As you see, I got my jalapeno on top. This is my bowl. And this is the consistency of it, and that's exactly how I like it. I have not tasted it yet, but I'm sure it's very tasty. I do not eat mine with crackers and all that. I just eat it straight up like this, nothing else. And I have my diet cranberry juice right here. And of course, I am a diabetic, so here's my diabetic insulin needle and my alcohol swab, because I do have to make sure that when I eat, I do that also. But this is the finished product. Let me see. And it is spicy, but it's just right type of spicy. And that's it, you guys. Thank you for watching another episode of Msqtstyle Southern Comfort Cooking. And I will be back with a haul video.